This conference will now be recorded.
Good morning, friends. Welcome to GoOnlineTrainings.com. Let us understand ranking functions and common table expression CTE. So let us understand what is this. These are used to provide rankings for rows based on one or more conditions. We have row number, rank, dense rank, entile, and partition by. These are called ranking functions. These were introduced in SQL Server 2005. Clear? So these are added almost 15, 16 years back to SQL Server. The same functions are available in MySQL and Oracle everywhere. The same functions are available there. Let us understand how to implement these ranking functions. Am I clear? Let me quickly, go to my SQL Server, and I wanted to show you some of the ranking functions. Okay, how to use them, and let me say use iBank. People who have completed school, please switch to supplier case study. Once that is done, switch to iBank case study. Okay, so let us understand what is the syntax for ranking. You can write select columns, or you can also put star. Star means all columns. Ranking function name. Then we need to write over order by any column from the table, either descending or ascending, and as alias from the table name. So this is how you must write the ranking function syntax. So there is a row number, returns the sequential number starting from 1. Rank returns the rank for each row with gap. Dense rank will give you returns the rank for each row without gaps. And untile splits the data into n number of groups, assigns an unique number to each group starting from 1. Okay, so let us understand one by one. Clear? So what is a ranking function, and how to use ranking functions, and what is a common table expression? So these are the things we are discussing today, right? So as we discussed, ranking functions are there to provide rankings for rows based on one or more conditions. Clear? So these are the functions that we have: row number, rank, dense rank, and tile, partition by, and these were introduced long back. Clear? So this is the syntax I was explaining. So ranking function syntax is select star or column names, rank function name over class, then as alias. So let us understand the first function, row number returns the sequential number starting from 1. Let me go to SQL Server, and I wanted to say select star from account master table, and I am getting lot of data, right? Now I wanted to know the row number for each row. Okay. Do we have any row number in this? So there is no row number. We have an account ID. We have a name and C balance. I wanted to get row number for each and every row. So if that is the case, you say row underscore number. Okay. It is a function. So after that, you need to use over. So you can take any column. Okay. So columns are column list, rank function name over order by column name over any column you can take. For example, I wanted to take over order by, okay, order by account ID. If I don't specify anything, which is ascending by default, if I don't specify anything as a row number, so let me execute this. So you should be able to get a row number to each and every row. The row number starts with 1. You cannot say row number I wanted to start with 5 or 1000, so that cannot be done. So always row number will start with 1. So one unique number is going to be assigned to each and every row. So this is what is called a row number function. Clear? So I don't have what is the row number, but if you wanted to assign a row number, then you can say row number over. So you can take any one of the column from account master table. Any one column you can take, write it here, order by account ID. If you don't specify anything which is in ascending order, so if you wanted to specify descending order, you should be able to specify that as well. Let me execute. Have you seen? So the first row is 166, last row is 101. So now the data will get sorted based on the over class. After that, the row number is going to be assigned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then the data is going to be given to you. Now, I wanted to get fifth row. Okay, I wanted to get fifth row. So I wanted to, let us say, in ascending order only, or you can say ascending. There is no issue. I wanted to get a fifth row. So this is the data I wanted to get it, or I wanted to get the 10th row. So how do you get the 10th row or fifth row? So you must take this. So this is where we are going to be using row number function. Okay. In Oracle also the function names are as it is, it is there. So row number, rank, dense rank, and tile in MySQL in everywhere. I wanted to get the fifth row. What I do, I go here, I write a where clause where row number is equivalent to 5 because I would like to get the fifth row only. So if I say 5, can I get the fifth row? Let me execute it. I am getting an error, not the fifth row. Why? Because it is clearly saying invalid column name row number because it is not a column name which is an alias, right? So which is alias. Alias cannot be used in the where clause. So instead of as row number, let me take the complete one, control C, copy this, and let me paste it. Can we have this? I would like to get the fifth row. Can I do like this? Windowed functions can only be appear in the select clause or in the order by clause. So this is also not going to work. This one is not going to work. So, and because it is not a column name in the account master table, which is alias. But how do I get the fifth row? So this is where we can use a derived table. Select star from the table name close as okay. I told you a query in the from clause is called as a derived table. Let me remove this. Okay. So this is what is called a derived table. Now I should be able to get the complete data, right? So this is my table. Clear? So you can give alias, right? So without alias, without this, it is not going to work. So a query in the from clause is called as a derived table. So this is a table called, this is query is called as a derived table. Let me execute this. It is going to work fine now. Where now you can write where row number is equivalent to 5. You should be able to get the fifth row. See the logic. So if you don't have the derived table concept, then you will not be able to achieve this at all. I wanted to get the fifth row. I wanted to get the first row. I wanted to get, 10 rows, 20 rows. Okay. I wanted to get between, fifth row and 10th row. So row number between, so fifth row and 10th row. So it is the thing. Clear? So this is how you should be able to, making use of a derived table. What is a derived table? A query in the from clause is called as a derived table. So now you must give an alias to the this one and to the derived table. Then you can apply where clause. So this will become a derived table. A table name is a K and column name will be R number. So I can use R number between 5 and 10. So this is how you can use the get the fifth row or get the 10th row, whatever you wanted to get it, you should be able to get it very, very easily. Am I clear? So now I wanted to use a row number. So when I execute it, let me use one more column called branch ID. Let me execute this. So I'm saying branch ID is available. So the row numbers are continuously, going and ending at 64. What I wanted to have, I wanted to have within the branch, I wanted to have row number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. New branch starts. Again, the row number has to start with 1. Clear? I don't want to continuously have the row numbers. I wanted to have a row number as to starting with 1 within the branch. If that is the case, you have to go in for, there is a clause called partition by. Okay. Let me take the same query, control C and control V. So I am going to be using within over partition by branch ID. So this is the new thing you need to add it. Partition by branch ID, order by account ID. So whatever you wanted to have, that has to be there. Plus the extra thing that I'm going to be adding partition by. Let me execute this. See now, all the branch BR1 data group put together, and we can see it is starting with the 1. Let me copy this data. Let me go to Excel sheet and increase the font there. So now see this data. Have you seen this data? Now, BR1 data, still this you can observe it is starting with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. BR number 2 started, again row number 1 is started. Have you seen this? Now, BR number 2, it is only this much of a data you should be able to see. So it is starting with 1. Again, the new branch started, which is a group put together, and the numbers are starting with again 1. Clear? Again, branch number 4, these many entries we have. Again, the data is started like this. Have you seen? So it is grouping by, partition means which is going to be grouping BR1 data put together, and the row number is going to be starting with 1. And when you start the one more branch, again, row number is going to be starting with 1. And within that, it is going to be sorting in the ascending order. So we have clearly said within the branch order by account ID. Clear? So that is what I'm going to be saying. So within this branch, it is going to be sorting this data in which order? Ascending order of this. Okay. You can use, ascending order of this column, any column you can use it. So this is how it is going to be, using. So branch is going to be, grouped it, and within that, this will be in the ascending order. So if I say descending order, now, so within this, you should see this is there in the descending order. Have you seen this? So this will be the last row. So like that, you should be able to use, one column in the partition by clause, another column in the order clause. Am I clear? So this will give me a beautiful query like this. Partition by clause is going to be grouping the data based on the branch. Within that, it is going to be sorting it and assigning a unique number called row number within the group. Next group starts, again row number starts with 1. There is no continuation to the row number. Am I clear? So I wanted to know what is the first row from each group. Okay. I wanted to have first row from each branch, first guy from each branch. If that is the case, now, so this is the thing. Okay. First guy, first customer means I wanted to use partition by branch, nothing else. So go here, partition by branch. Now, first guy from each branch. So first guy from each branch I wanted to have it. So branch BR1 guy is this. Let me have BR number also here. Okay. When you execute it, you should be able to get a BR1, this first guy. BR2, this is the first, guy. Like that, from each and every branch, who's the first guy that I wanted to have it. Clear, guys? So this is how you should be able to get the data. If you don't need all the columns, you can write the column names here. For example, you don't need row number to be displayed. So write only these columns there. So take Control C and Control V, and this will get displayed. Okay. So the row number, because anyhow it is row number is always one, because we're going to getting this data. So this is the data you should be able to get it. So this is how you can apply a row number function. Row number is very, very easy to use it. Okay. So one of the interview, they asked this question. I wanted to get every fifth row from the table. Okay, they said not 1, 2, 3, 4, every fifth row. Then you need to say R number percentile 5 is equals to 0. So this will give you every fifth row from the table. Okay, so if you wanted to get alternate rows, that is also one more. This one, so where they asked in one more interview, get every fifth row. Every fifth row from the table. So this is the data I have it, but I wanted to get fifth row, every fifth row I would like to get it. So take this and so select star from the derived table. Okay, and as K, and where row number percentile, okay, row number percentile, fifth row is equals to 0. I wanted to get every fifth row from the table. Now have you seen fifth row, 10th row, 15th row, 20th row, like that every fifth row. I wanted to get alternative rows. Okay, so this is row number mod. Okay, mod function and mod operator, and divided by mod 2 equals to 0. So you will be able to get in alternative numbers. So R number, this is a mod that we can use. Will it work? Mod in this mod is not going to work. Instead of that, we're going to be using percentile symbol. Clear? If you wanted to get alternate rows means, so this is the one. So people will say get alternate rows from the table. So how do you get it? So you need to use the row number function, order by some primary key, and you can use this row number mod 2 equals to 0 or percentile 2 equals to 0, get alternate row from the tables. Clear? So get fifth row from the table means, so get every fifth row or 10th row from the table. Fifth, get every fifth row from the table. So how do you do it? So you need to simply go here, put 5, put 2, go to 10th, every 10th row means you need to put 10 here. So that's it, nothing else. So this is the one you should be able to use in your queries. Compulsory interview questions, all these are clear. So how do you achieve this? With the help of row number function plus derived table concept. If you don't have a derived table concept, now writing R number and the where clause will not be working. Clear? Because R number is not a column name. Now it is a column name in the K table. So if you don't specify as, that is also fine. As is not compulsory, but we can give some name, some table name. Some people will say temp, some people will say temp, or some people will say something, and some people will say as. Some people will not say anything, simply space, they'll put some name called K, some name called I, some name called SDD, something, whatever they would like to have it, they can have it. What is this T? T is called as an alias. So whatever you wanted to give, you can give like this, or you can say as T. That is also perfectly fine. So what is T? T is a alias to this table, and within the table, the column name is called R number. R number, percentile. This one. So this is mod function in SQL Server, mod operator. Now, I wanted to understand ranking and dense ranking. Clear? So let me say what is a ranking and what is a dense ranking. For example, I have a balance column, okay, and I'm going to be applying a ranking and I'm going to be using dense rank. There are two functions that is available, okay. One is called rank, the second one is called a dense rank, right? So let us see what is going to be happening. I have 5,000 is my balance, 4,000 is my balance, 3,000, 3,000, 2,000, and 1,000. So these are the balance is available. So first rank means highest balance customer. So this is the first rank customer. This is a second rank customer. This guy is having a third rank, and this customer is also having a third rank. So 3 and 3, the same rank will be given, since 3 is given twice. Okay, so this is 1 2 3 4 actually. So 3 is given twice, the next rank will get skipped. This rank number will be 5, this rank number will be 6. In case of duplicate ranking, next rank will get skipped. You are not going to get the continue rank numbers in the ranking function. So there is a gap here. There is a gap here in the dense rank. So 5,000 means first rank, second rank, and this is third rank and third rank. And now it is duplicated. It is going to give you next rank, and this is fifth rank. Clear? So in case of ranking, you will see there is a gap. Okay, so there is a gap between this and this, and there is no gap. So that is what is the difference. So there is a gap you will see in case of duplicate ranking. So here there is no gap. Clear? So this is the difference between a rank and dense rank function. Dense rank will give you continue rank numbers even though you have a duplicated data. Clear? Let me show you some more thing. For example, again, we have 3,000. Okay, now what will happen? So you will get 3, it will be 3 4 5, it will be 6, and it will be 7. So here 3 3 3, then 4 and 5. So we can again see there is a gap. Clear? You can see the gap after 3, there is a 6, there is a gap here, and there is 3, and after that there is no gap. Clear? So continuous rank numbers are given in the dense rank only. So ranking, you have a gap. Okay, so this is what is called a rank between dense rank. Clear? So if you wanted to know who's having highest balance in the bank, you can apply dense rank, or who's getting the second rank, third rank, fourth rank. So all these things can be achieved with the help of a dense rank, because ranking may not be able to give you, for example, if at all I need fourth rank customers, so fourth rank is missing here, right? So here continuation, to continue ranks will be there. You can find out first rank customer, second rank, who is having highest balance, who's having second highest balance, third highest balance, fourth highest balance. So that kind of a queries can be answered with the help of a dense rank easily. You cannot use a ranking, because if you say who's having a fourth highest balance, means fourth rank itself is missing here. Clear? So with the help of a rank, you will not be able to achieve that kind of a queries. Am I clear? So let me use rank and dense rank, and let us write some queries. So ranking always given based on your what you say, based on your C balance, right? So instead of using this one, I wanted to use C balance now, say descending order. Clear? I'll say rank number. Let me execute it. So when you see,
C balance spelling wrong.
uh, C balance is wrong, right? So I wanted to understand. So, so branch ID, it doesn't matter, which is sorting the data based on this. Have you seen? Sorting the data based on this. This guy is having, these three people are having highest balance customers in the bank. Clear? Now this is a ranking. Now I wanted to use dense rank also. Copy paste the same thing, comma, copy paste as it is and write only the spelling is dense rank. So dense rank and rank, both of them can work together, and we can give same names also, no problem, because it is only alias, right? So now you see there is 111, there is a 111. Next rank is skipped. Have you seen this? There is a gap. But after this, there is a 2 and 3 continuous ranks are available in the dense rank. So this is D underscore ranking. Let me execute this. Let me copy this data, copy with headers. Let me go and paste the data here, so you should be able to understand very, very clearly. Now you see, so it is going to be giving 111. There is a gap 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6. Now you should be able to see some duplicate ranking. If you see some duplicate ranking, the next numbers are skipped. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 is 26. Clear? But here the continue rank numbers are available in case of this one. 111, then 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Have you seen this? Then continuous rank numbers are available. So 19, 19, 19, 20. So here, even though the ranking is different, the next numbers are skipped. Clear? So that is what is the difference between a rank and a dense rank. Clear? So here the amount is the same. When the amount is the same, then it is giving the same ranking. That's fine. But I wanted to understand. Okay, so continuous rank means you can go in for a dense rank. If you need rank with gaps, means you can go in for this kind of a the ranking function for this kind of a requirement. So you can easily get who's having highest balance in the bank. So who's having highest balance in the bank? We were writing subquery. We were writing subqueries, right? Now, no need of writing subqueries. Let me use a ranking zone, dense rank, because there is no gap here. Simply, I say rank number. Okay. So let me execute this. So I wanted to get the first rank customers. I'll say select star from the table name and as K. Now you can say where, you can say this rank number is equivalent to first rank customers. Clear? Who's having highest balance? So this is the one you should be able to achieve very, very easily. Who's having the second highest? Simply put it to, that's it. So these are the guys as having second highest balance, third highest balance customers. So there we were writing a lot of subqueries and lot of complicated trick we were using with the help of subqueries, right? So now without using a subquery, you should be able to use a dense rank function and find out, who's having a 10th highest balance. Simply put 10 here. That's it. But remember to use dense rank, not the rank. Clear? So I wanted to understand 10th rank customer is this guy, and who's having 11th rank. 11th rank customers are these guys. Clear? So this is how you should be able to get the things done and you should be able to easily get without writing any subquery. Clear? Subqueries are available, but some cases we can use subqueries. Who's having highest balance, second highest balance? For those cases, you may write subquery. You may write a ranking function also. When you go to the interview, they would ask you, I need a syntax using a subquery. I need a syntax using a for ranking function. They will give you paper and pen. They will ask you to write two syntaxes. Clear? Now, I wanted to know rank, first rank for each and every branch. Who's having highest balance in the bank? That is fine. But I wanted to know from each branch. I wanted to know what is the this who's having first highest. If that is the case, again go in for partition by clause. Okay, let me go there. So what I'm trying to do, I wanted to have the ranking based on the partition. So let me take partition by, branch, but here C balance descending order. So I must use a function name is called dense rank. Clear? So partition by ranking I would like to show. Now when you execute it, now you see the ranking. So within branch BR1, so who's having first highest balance? So this guy is having first highest balance. Clear? In the branch BR2, this guy is having first highest balance. I wanted to know, people may ask you, I wanted to know branch wise, okay, highest balance customers, not only one customer throughout the bank. I would like to have branch wise. If that is the case, take this query and select star from the table name, control V as K. Now you write this column name is equivalent to first. Okay, so this is the query you must be able to write. Now try to execute it. Try to execute it. So from each and every branch, you can see the data. So branch BR1 Ishwar, branch BR2 Simret, branch BR3 Mithilesh, branch BR4 Hadi, branch BR5, and within this branch, these are the first customers, so highest balance customers. So this kind of a query, you try to achieve with the help of a subquery, it is very, very difficult, because who has the highest balance in the bank, you can easily tell. But what is the query? I wanted to know highest balance customers from each and every branch, or I wanted to say second highest balance customers from each and every branch. So this is the simplest query with the help of a partition by clause. Clear? So these are the people who are having second highest balance in each and every branch. So third highest customers from each branch. So this is the data I wanted to get it. So achieving this with the subquery is very, very difficult. Clear? So achieving this kind of a requirement with a subquery is very, very difficult. You must use ranking, especially with a dense rank and partition by clause. Am I clear? So this is the things that you should be able to achieve with the help of rank and a dense rank. Now, the last one we have entile function, right? So entile function, I wanted to split. So what is entile? I wanted to split complete data into two groups. For example, there are 100 people. I wanted to split complete data into two groups. So over, let me say, I wanted to order by account ID, and I wanted to give a group number. Clear? So I would like to say ascending order. So this is what I wanted to give. Entile, I wanted to, split the data into two groups. You can, to specify two. So what will happen? data will get ordered, and after that complete data will get split into two groups. First group number is 1, second group number is 2. For example, you have 100 people, so 50 people will be having a group number as 1, 50 people will be having group number as 2. For example, you are having 99 guys. I need to split the data into two groups. So what will happen? 50 people will be having group number 1, 49 people will be having group number 2. So it is going to be splitting the data into three groups or two groups. So you need to mention this, and each group will get the unique group number starting with 1. For example, you have 90 people, 30, 30, 30. So 30 will have group number 1, remaining 30 people will have group number 2, group number 3. So like that, you should be able to divide or split the data into different groups. We have total 64 rows, right? 64 divided by 3. So first in data, you can see group number 1 is going to be having total 22 rows, and remaining group number 2 is going to be having another remaining data, another 21 data, and again this is 21 data. So you should be able to cut the data into two parts. Then you can put like this. Clear? So two parts, group number 1 and group number 2. So I wanted to take group number 1. Okay, half of the data you take from the table, send it to India. So how do you do that? Half of the data you should take it. Half of the data means people will say this one, and you can say group number equals to 1 or 2, half of the data. So where group number equals to 1 means half of the data, because we have split the data into two groups, right? So this is half of the data. So half of the data means totally 64 rows we have, 64 by 2, 32 rows. Or you can say group number 2 also. Clear? Group number 2 also you can take, and any half of the data, or you can mention I wanted to split the data into 3 and send first group to India server, send second group to America server, and send third group to, let us say, Dubai server. I would like to split the data into group number 1, group number 2 based on some condition. What is the condition? So ordering the data based on this. Clear? So entile function is going to be splitting the data into number of groups. It is going to be assigning group number to each and every row. Clear? So what is the advantage? So people may ask you, I have some data. You need to cut the data into two parts. How do you do that? So you need to use entile. Entile 3. So entile of 2. 2 means complete data will get sorted, and two splits will be happening, and the first split, the first group number will be 1, the second group number will be 2. So this is how you can use, this one. So I wanted to say two groups but within the branch, then you can use this. Clear? So I wanted to have grouping within this. Now what will happen? Partition the data within the branch, and the two groups will happen within each branch. So that is the meaning of this square. When you execute like this, so branch BR1, right, we have. So within branch BR1, you can see two groups. Okay, so within the branch, the data will get sorted, and within the branch, two groups will happen. Clear? So that is how you should be able to get it. So group number 1 means from each and every branch, I will be able to get group 1. So group 1 from this, group 1 from this branch, group, 1 from this branch. So from each and every one, I would like to get the branches. This is what is called entile function. Yeah, am I clear? So this is very, very easy to understand, very important. Now you know what is the use case for derived table. If the derived table is not there, then you cannot use this alias in the where clause. Clear? So that is the beauty about derived table. And you rewrite your school case studies, right? You rewrite your school case studies. You would have written using subqueries, right? So now you can use them with the ranking functions as well. Clear? You can use them also, ranking functions, wherever it is applicable, right? A query can be written in 50 ways. I told you a query can be written in many ways. You try to implement using a subquery, using a join, using a group by, so whatever you would like to use it, or using, ranking functions, using, derived table. So try to achieve the same query in multiple ways so that you can improve your knowledge. End of the day, it is not you're getting some solution to the query. That is fine. So somehow you should be able to write, but try to implement with the joins, try to implement with the subqueries, try to implement with this correlation subqueries. Not all queries, not all assignments can be rewritten like this, but at least some of them here and there, you try to implement instead of a join, write the subquery, or you may use derived table there, or you may use ranking functions there. So try to give more colors, more solution to some of the queries so that you will be able to think differently. Clear? So that's what is very,
Can
very important.
you,
Yeah,
sir, once, can you go over dense and rank and dense rank, please?
yeah. Tell me. This is the one. Yeah, tell me.
So the difference between the two will be when I'm little confused on that.
When there is a duplicate ranking, the next rank will not come here. Okay, even though there is a duplicate ranking, the next rank will going to come. That is what is the difference. Rank and dense rank. Am I clear? So as we know, so a customers are having a lot of balances, right? So let me take, okay. Now you see, let us say Ravina is having 10,000, okay, dollars. And this guy is also having, let us say, some 9,000. Okay, let me delete this ranking, right? Let me delete this data as well. Let us take some 4, 5 entries. So this guy is also having 9,000 in her bank account, and this guy is having 5,000 in her bank account. Now, if you wanted to give ranking, so what rank you give? So manually, if you wanted to give a rank, so what is that it's going to be doing? It is going to be giving. So this is guy is having highest, that is Ravina. She's a first ranker, right? So that's what you know. Did you understand this point till this?
Yeah.
Okay. Now the second Mithilesh Gupta is having a second rank, and this is also 9,000. So what rank will you give? You will give the same rank 2 because the next rank is 2 here. So 9,000, 9,000, the same rank will be assigned. Are you clear with this?
Yes.
Okay, why are we giving 2? Because same balance. Now the next rank would be 3 actually, because after 2 you're supposed to get to 3. But since the 2 is assigned it twice, ranking will skip the next ranking. So it is 1, 2, 3. It will give you 4. The next rank will get skipped. Clear?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen? It will give you what? 4 because it has given this is a twice. So the third rank is missing here. It will give you fourth rank. If you have one more guy, for example, you have your, brother or somebody is also having some, for example, let us say John is one more guy is having 9,000. So here it will be 2, right? But what is the next rank you're going to be getting? So
But
it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Clear? So this is what there is a gap. But in case of dense rank, it will be 1, it will be 2, it will be 2, it will be 2. So you will be able to see 3 here. See the difference. So this is what is I'm telling. So this is what is called a gap. Clear? Why
uh-huh.
there is a gap after 2? There is no 4, right? So there is a 2, there is a 2, 3, and there is a gap here. Okay. So you're supposed to have next rank. Next rank is not there. So there's a gap here. There is no gap. That's what I told you. Why? Because of the duplicate ranking here.
Mm-hmm.
Have you understood?
Yeah.
Yeah. This is what ranking and dense ranking. Yeah.
But this can happen multiple times, right, in the table?
Yeah. Why not?
The
So
difference.
if it is happening, same formula you apply. So that is what you are there to do it, right? So if it is happening for, let us say, one more guy, Amir is there. So Amir is having again 5,000 here. So what will happen? Fifth rank will come, right? So
Yeah.
then we have having some Simran is there. So again she's having this one. Fifth rank will come. Again we have somebody. So they're having 2,000. So the next, okay, five, 5, 6, 7 is done. Then you should be able to get eight here.
But if
We
it repeats
continue the learning.
you
Okay.
5,000 again, then what?
It is 5, 6, 7, 8. Now you know the trick. You tell me the answer. I will not tell you. Now you know the trick, right?
No, if it shows over here 5,000 few times again or 9,000, if it repeat,
Now you tell me. You tell me. If it is you telling, if you getting you 5,000 here, 5,000 first will go here, right? Because you sorted the data.
yeah,
5,000 will go here. 5 will come. Now you tell me what is the ranking here. Tell me.
okay.
It will be 5, 6, 7, 8. It will be
Nine,
9. Hmm.
yeah, okay. Yeah, it gets sorted. That I forgot. Okay,
Hmm.
thanks.
Because the data will get sorted. That's what we are doing it here, right? So now see this clearly.
Yeah, right.
Okay. So without sorting, we cannot do either dense rank or the ranking or anything else. Okay. Row number also we are sorting based on something. Clear? So
Well,
without that, rankings cannot be assigned. So on what basis you give the ranking otherwise? There is no meaning, right? If you have 5,000 again, if you have 5,000 here, and how will you give 5,000 here again, 5th rank here? How will you give 10th rank here? So there is no
yeah.
meaning. Clear? So it will get assigned there. Yeah,
Mhm.
very good. Anything else, guys? So this is what is called a ranking. Okay, so ranking is very simple to understand. So we understood. So totally a row number and a rank, dense rank, partition by is a clause, then and tile. Now one more thing we have common table expression. Let us understand what is the CTE. It is similar to derived table. What is a derived table? We know. Derived table means a query in the from clause is called as a derived table. CTE is introduced in SQL Server 2005. CTE can be declared once, use it many times, and this is how the CTE can be written with CTE name as you write the query and read the data from the CTE. For example, what is this? This is a query and there is a name to it, right? So this is what is called derived table. A CT is also similar to that. For example, I'll I'll write the CTE here. Okay, common table expression. So I wanted to get the fifth row. So how do you get the fifth row? So when you write a where clause here, where row number is equivalent to 5, it is not going to be happening. It is not going to work. So because it is an alias. Now what we had done, we had created the same query, we kept it here, and we had taken, and it is working fine. So a query, there is an alias. This is what is called, so this is what is called derived table, right? Now here also there is a query, but you need to start with. This is the syntax with CTE name. What is the derived table name here? K. You can say CTE name K. That's it. So with K, CTE name is K. Now after that you say as open the bracket, close the bracket. So you have open the bracket, close the bracket, and you need to take this query. Copy this and you need to write it here. Okay. So this is how a CTE can be prepared. And you write select star from K now. Clear? K means what? K means this query. So this is how we should be able to get the data. Now what I need this. I need like this. Clear? So it is having a K, it is also having a K, it is having brackets, it is also having brackets. Only the extra part with and as. Clear? And how do you read the data? Select star from the K. K means this table. This table is not a table, it is a CTE, common table expression. So this is a temporary table. You understand like this. The table gets created in a temporary somewhere. And the table name is this, and it is going to be having some data. Clear? So you need to execute like this. You need to execute like this. We can create multiple table like this. For example, I wanted to know who is having a first highest balance, or first customer. I wanted to get it. Now I wanted to control C and control V. I wanted to get the fifth customer or fourth customer. So I wanted to execute both queries. So this is one CTE, and this is one more CTE. I would like to execute both of them. So this is happening. This is the first query. This is second query. Let me remove this go and try to execute this. It is not going to work. Now, have you seen this? Incorrect syntax near the keyword with. If this statement is a common table expression, then XML namespaces clause blah 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 blah. Okay, or must be terminated with semicolon. So one more rule you should understand: when you write multiple queries compulsorily, you need to put either semicolon or you can put to go. There's a compulsory in CTEs. Clear? So if the go is not there, you will not be able to execute this one and this one together. Okay? If the go is not there, let me remove this go and try to execute it. So it is not going to work at all. Clear? So better you put go or put semicolon. Semicolon here. Okay? So you try to execute it like this. What some people will do, some people instead of writing it here, they may write the semicolon here. Sometimes you will see semicolon will be here. Okay, so if it is not there, at least they may put the semicolon here so that they can execute both of them like this. Okay, so this is a syntax wise, but what is the difference? When should I use derived table, when should I use CTE? That's what we need to understand clearly. Clear? The syntax wise a query and there is a alias. It is always going to start with, and extra thing is only adding with and as. That's it. And the query and select star from the alias. Some people will say my CTE. So this is the CTE name. That's it. Instead of a K, they say my CTE. They'll use like this. So they give some name. Okay. This is some rank CTE, or row num CTE. Something like this they will write. Okay, so whatever they are writing, so that has to come here. Then it is going to work. Clear? So that is the point between what is a derived table and what is a CTE. Clear? CTE is introduced this. CTE can be declared once and use it many times. So this is the point that it differentiates between derived table and CTE. CTE can be used many times, but derived table can also be used once. Clear? So that's what is the point. So with the CTE name as the query, select star from the CTE name. So tomorrow we'll discuss in detail. It is declared once and used many times, and it is declared once, used only once. Clear? Scope is query scope, query scope. Reusability will be there, no reusability. CTEs are very, very faster when you have a calculations. Okay, if you wanted to, do any calculations, and you can be performing the same calculation in the CTE, and that can be used in your query multiple times. Clear? To understand the difference between CTE and derived table, you must try this query, right? So find out the branch which is having highest number of customers. In which branch you got more customers? Branch BR1, branch BR2, branch BR3, branch BR4. For example, so I wanted to find out a query. Let me delete it. Select which branch has more number of customers. Okay, so that is the point. Okay, group by branch. You execute it. So this is the query I'm writing. Now you tell me which branch has more number of customers. This branch, 18 people are there, right? So now you need to get only this row. And which branch has a second, highest number of customers, right? You should be able to achieve this query in multiple ways. Subqueries you can write, and you can write ranking functions, right? So, and you can use derivative tables and ranking functions, subqueries, lot of things you can use it. Clear? But this is the query you must write. Using this queries data, you should be able to find out what is the, which is the branch which is having more number of customers. So that is the question here. Okay. You try to achieve this with the help of, subqueries and derivative tables, so that you will see the difficulty. Tomorrow we try to apply with CTE. Okay, clear? So this is the homework. When you do this, you can understand the difference between CTE and derivative tables very, very easily. Otherwise, you will not. Okay, even though explain it is declared once and used many times, it is declared once, used only once, you don't understand what is the difference. Syntax wise, both of them are having little bit, similarities and differences. That is syntax wise. But an application wise, you should know when to use CTE, when to use derivative tables. It is very, very important interview question. And they also compare with the temporary tables and everything. Am I clear? So you try to do this in multiple ways, and using derivative tables and subqueries, you achieve this. Okay. And you can also use derivative tables as well as your ranking functions, but try to implement derivative tables and subqueries. Find out the branch which has the highest number of customers. Clear? You try to get that, and tomorrow we'll discuss about what is a common table expression all about. It is a compulsory interview question in the interview. Compulsorily, they would ask you what is a CTE, when to use it, what is a derivative table, when to use it, what is a temporary table, when to use it. So all these are similar questions, small differences here and there. So that we're going to be discussing in tomorrow's class. Tomorrow, Saturday, we don't have any class. So Saturday, Sunday, you do the complete school case studies and others. And supplier, Shiva, you need to speed up. Clear? If you have a question, you need to call me. Not only Shiva, anybody else. Okay? You cannot take more time. So try to complete it this weekend. If you need some more time, sit with me. Okay? If you have any questions, any issues, you call me. I'll give you some time. You sit with me. You complete the case studies. At least school case study. If you're not able to do it, at least try to spend some time.